don't want us to get comfortable with people always sugarcoating stuff for us because we don't want to hear the truth. Let me tell you something, baby. You gonna hear the truth whether you like it or not. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's Nefertiti, and I'm back with another video. Hey. How you doing today? What's up? Can you call me? Can you keep in touch? I just want to rhyme. You know the time it is. It's time to love. Yeah. What's up, y'all? If you're new here, welcome. I'm hot. If you're already subscribed, welcome back to the channel. I am on my work break, so I have a few minutes with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But so hopefully you guys don't mind if I'm driving, because I'm driving back to my job. I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to talk to you for just a minute, baby. Is that cool with y'all? Can I talk to y'all for a minute or two? So yesterday I was reading the Bible, right? And you know, so a lot of times when there's certain things that stick out to me, I know it's God trying to tell me something. And as I was reading, I was reading in Proverbs 13, and there was 3 scriptures that stuck out to me, which was Proverbs 13 verse 13, Proverbs 13 verse 18, and Proverbs 13 verse 14, I believe. And basically what it is talking about being willing to take correction, being willing to be disciplined, being willing to take criticism. I believe we are in a culture today where people do not want to learn. No, they don't want to hear about themselves. They don't want to be corrected. They don't want no one telling them what to do, what not to do, what they shouldn't have done, when they were wrong, when they weren't wrong. Now, granted, there's going to be people that's wrong. There's going to be people that say things that don't apply to you. You know when it applies to you because you feel it in your spirit. You'll know it's for you. You just know when something's for you because it just connects with you, even if it's correction. But what I want to say is, don't be so resistant whenever somebody is giving you some type of feedback or criticism or telling you about yourself. Because listen, y'all, without discipline, without criticism, without feedback, we don't grow. We stay stagnant. And a lot of us are too comfortable. We're too comfortable with being in the same spot. We're too comfortable with being stagnant. We're too comfortable with being where we're at. So if a person tells us about ourselves, you don't tell me about myself. You don't know me. You don't know what I go through. You don't know who I am. You don't know my parents. You know, we always have some type of excuse. But it takes a true, strong person to be willing to take criticism, to be willing to take feedback, especially when it's right. Like I said before, there are times when people gonna give you feedback and you know, honey, it don't apply to you. And if it does not apply, let it fly. Bye-bye. That don't apply to me. And if it doesn't apply to you, it also doesn't mean that you have to be easily offended. So if someone says something to you that you know has nothing to do with you, you don't have to be easily offended. However, if someone is giving you some type of feedback that you know is true, take that into consideration. Pray about it. Ask God, is this the area that I really need to work on? And if it is, please reveal to me on how to do it. What can I do to grow in this area? How can I get better in this area? I just don't want us to get too comfortable with being with people sugar-coated. You know, we are in a time where everything is sugar-coated. I believe, listen. Give it to me straight. I want to say raw, but please, no point intended. Give it to me organically. There we go. Well, give it to me organically. I don't want it sugar-coated. I need you to tell me straight up what you're saying. I remember there was a time when I was in college and I was in class. And I used to be late for this one class all the time because I don't know if I really cared for this class. I'm not really sure, but I know I was always late. And my teacher, go ahead. My professor, he was like, you know, he wanted to say something to me. I could tell he wanted to say something to me, but he wasn't getting it out. He just was like, well, you know, you're just, you gotta, I said, sir, please just tell me the truth. I'm not going to cry. He said, you're always late. You're a great student, but you need to be on time more. Like, get on top of things and stay focused. Boom. I said, thank you. That's all I needed to hear. I don't want us to get comfortable with people always sugarcoating stuff for us because we don't want to hear the truth. Let me tell you something, baby. You're going to hear the truth whether you like it or not. And here's the thing about it. If we were quicker to tell the truth, come on. You can come too. If we were quicker to tell the truth, so many people wouldn't expect things to be sugarcoated. We wouldn't expect for things to be sugarcoated. We wouldn't have our feelings hurt if we were used to people telling the truth. Now let's get it right. Because some of y'all be trying to tell the truth, but y'all were rude about it. I am not saying this is giving you the green light to be rude to people. That is not what I'm saying, so don't get it twisted. Get it right. Okay? Because some of y'all be like, no, I'm just honest. No, you're just rude. Okay? You're rude. So, there is a way to approach people. You don't have to approach them. You don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to degrade a person while you're talking to them, or while you're giving them feedback, or while you're giving them your honest opinion, or whatever the case may be. There's a way to come to a person in love. And I think that we all should value that. Like, try to walk in love. Try to speak in love. Try to go about situations in love. So there's a way to go about it. Like, if you got a friend or you got a family member or a coworker and they're slacking, you can pull them aside. And first of all, I would say before you go straight into telling them what they need to work on, give them a strength. But like, you know what? I know that you are really great at cleaning. I know that you're really great at speaking to people. I realize that you have a really genuine heart, and I know you want to do your best. But I did also realize that you're kind of slacking in this area, and I know that you can do better. And as your friend or your coworker or your family member, I'm coming to you because I realize, that's an area that you should work on. However you feel like you want to say that, but I'm just saying you don't got to say it rude. But yeah. And I will put the scriptures up here as well so that you guys can read for yourself that even in the Bible it says, you're a fool if you don't want to be disciplined. You gotta take discipline. Like, listen, I was one of them people where you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I didn't like to be, don't tell me what to do. Like, don't tell me about myself. I don't want to hear it. I was stubborn and I really didn't care. Like, oh well, but now I'm like, no, I take it. Like, when a person tells me about myself, and especially if I know it's true, I immediately, sorry, I'm stuttering. I immediately go into prayer. I immediately take it to the Lord. And I don't always know how to change situations. So I'll ask God, I come before you and I ask that you forgive me. I repent for how I may have treated somebody. I repent for how I went about this situation. But please show me how to go about it in a better way, Lord. Show me how to be more wise. Show me how to be more considerate. Whatever it is that I need to work on, For example, when I'm talking, people say you talk too fast. Slow down. Sometimes I do talk too fast, and when I'm thinking about it, I try my best not to talk too fast. But when they tell me that, I don't be like, then don't watch my videos. I don't do that. I just be like, okay, well, thank you for that feedback. I appreciate that, And so, yeah, that's just my message for you today. We all are going to be corrected. We all are going to be disciplined. We are all going to be told about ourselves. Let's not be easily offended. Dang, I got to wind the window up because, we just out here by the traffic and they're loud because they're driving. Anyways, I want us to get to a point where we're not easily offended. And even when a person is trying to offend us, we're not easily offended. There's people that like to throw low blows, and I catch it. I pick up on it. I don't care. Like, I'd be like, that's them. They might have something within themselves that they have to work on. I'm not going to take that to heart. I'm not going to take that personal. So my message for you today is, hey, look, we need discipline. We need correction. We need guidance, and we need counsel. We do. We don't know it all. We don't know which way to go all the time. We are not the smartest beings in the world. We are not the craftiest beings in the world. We need help. We need counsel. Anybody, any successful person, any successful business, it took counsel. Okay? It took to have some type of correction, some type of different perspective. And a lot of times, if you look at criticism as a different perspective, you won't get offended by it. Because sometimes people just have a different perspective than you do. And it's good that a person brings you a different perspective so that way you can see things differently. I love to have somebody else give me their perspective on something else. There might be something I'm doing or a project I want to do. And instead of me just thinking I'm just so great, I'll be like, let me get a different perspective, and that's okay. It's okay to get correction from people. It's okay to get perspectives from people. It's okay to get criticism. But like I said before, if it's negative and a person's just trying to put you down, don't receive that. That ain't for you. But if you know something you need, if you know something that's going to build you up, take it in. Take what you can, learn from it, and grow. Because that's the whole point of life, y'all. We want to grow. We want to grow. And we're going to grow if we're willing to be corrected, if we're willing to be disciplined, and have some criticism going on, okay? Look, your favorite artist, your favorite sports player, basketball, football, soccer, tennis, whatever you like, guess what? They had a lot of feedback. They've had a lot of criticism. They've had a lot of counsel to get to where they're at, to get to that spot where they're super great and they're super knowledgeable about their talent, and they are super successful. They had criticism, they had feedback, they had discipline. All of that helps you become a better person. So if you are, enjoying this type of content, go ahead and like the video, because then it will become a recommended video. Also, if you feeling this channel and you feel like you can grow, subscribe. All right? If you have any questions, or maybe you want to talk a little bit, you can hit me up on my social media, which is in the description below. Also, give me feedback. Let me know, have you ever had a time where somebody gave you feedback that helps you, gave you feedback that made you better, that helps you grow, that built you, that helped you grow, that builds your mindset, that maybe just gave you a different perspective and now you do things differently? Let a sister know. Okay? God bless y'all. Stay tuned.